Now, the first sign you're forcing the relationship on my list today is you do all the work. Yes, my kings, for any relationship to work out, it has to be two people coming together and deciding that they will do whatever it takes for that relationship to work. They'll be willing to compromise for each other. They'll be willing to compromise for the health of that relationship, for that relationship to work out. So if you find out that in the relationship you're in, you are the only one putting in the work, you are the only one doing everything to make sure the relationship is working, that is your sign that you're forcing it. Because, like I mentioned, if it will work, it takes two. It takes two to tango. It has to be work from both sides. So if you see that you are the only one carrying that burden and your partner is doing nothing about it, she doesn't even try. She doesn't even make, some sacrifices or compromise here and there for that relationship to work out, that is your sign you are forcing it. You are actually the only one who needs that relationship to survive, and that is definitely not healthy. And that is why this is the very first sign that you are forcing a relationship. When you find you are doing all the work, that is your sign, my kings. Another sign you are forcing that relationship is her actions do not match her words. Yes, my kings, when you find out that in the relationship you're in, your woman's actions do not match her words. She says one thing and does something totally different. You see her saying, I love you, but the way she acts around you, what she does towards you doesn't show any atom of love at all. And here is the truth, my king. You have to pay more attention to people's actions around you than their words. And naturally, we as women, when we love, when we want to show you that we care, we do it with our actions more than with our words. In fact, we do not really know how to express ourselves more with words. There are very few women who are very good with words to express their emotions. That is why most times you will hear women saying, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to express this. Yes, truly, most times we find it difficult to really express ourselves in words. But when a woman loves you, her actions are going to show. When she is in that relationship for the good of both you and her, and for that relationship to be fruitful and become something that will be a blessing to the both of you, you will see it in her actions. So if her actions are completely different from her words, then you should know that you are the one forcing that relationship. That goes to show you that you are the only one in need of that relationship. You are the only one in that relationship. In fact, you are dating yourself. So that is why, my kings, the moment you notice that a woman's actions do not match the words she said to you, please reconsider that relationship, because that is a sign you're forcing it, and a forced relationship would never end well. Another sign you're forcing the relationship is you pretend to be happy. Now, my kings, if there is need for you to pretend to be happy in a relationship, that is your sign that you are forcing it, because you are supposed to be genuinely happy in that relationship. So if there are reasons why you need to pretend on the outside like you are happy, that is your sign that you alone are doing that relationship on your own. And we know very well that you cannot do a relationship alone. Like I mentioned in the first point, it takes two to tango. The both of you have to agree that, okay, we are in this together and this is where we are headed. You come together, you make the decisions to make things work, and you work towards it together. So if you need to show people, like you need to camouflage when you're outside, you need to show people that you're happy, when you know that genuinely in that relationship you are not happy, it is your sign you're forcing it. At this point, you are the one wanting that relationship to work out. And I know these things can happen. Maybe you've been with that woman for so long, the both of you have been through a lot together, and you just feel like there's no point going to, start looking for a new person and start trying to build something new. You want to now try to save the relationship, even when you can see that there is no saving it. You can see that the woman have actually moved on. Her actions show you that she's no longer in that relationship. You can tell the difference between how it was when she was invested in that relationship and now. But because you feel like, oh, we've been together for so long, how is it going to look? And even for me to go and start getting into a new talking stage right now is just too much stress. So let me rather try. Let me pretend to be happy. Let's see. Let me do my best so that this will work. The problem with this is you will continue to do that, especially if you want to continue to save it for the rest of your life. life, that means you will continue to be unhappy for the rest of your life. You would only pretend to be happy. There would never be any genuine happiness from you. And trust me, my kings, that will be one of the worst decisions you will make in your life. And that is why the moment you find out that there is need for you to pretend to be happy in your relationship, you should definitely reconsider, because that is a huge sign that you are forcing it. Another sign you're forcing the relationship is she calls the shot. Now, my kings, when the woman is the one making all the decisions in the relationship, that is already a very faulty relationship, because naturally we as women do not even want to make decisions. I've mentioned it on here time and time again. You see us coming to ask you obvious questions, even when we actually know what to do, but we still want our men to decide. So when it comes to that, naturally as women, we don't even want to be involved in decision making. We want you to make the decisions and maybe present it to us, and then we can, give you opinions or suggestions. We don't really want to be the ones making the decisions. So if a woman is calling the shots in the relationship, that is your sign that you're forcing it. If you have to do her biddings, if you have to do things exactly how she wants it, that is your sign you're forcing it, because that goes to show that you're trying to prove to her that that relationship will work. You're trying to prove to her that you're worthy of that relationship with her. And that is where she calls the shot. She tells you what to do. She decides what is to be done in the relationship. She decides everything. That is definitely a huge sign that you're forcing that relationship. So, my kings, if it is in the early stage of your relationship, or maybe you've been in a relationship for a while and then you start noticing this sudden change in your woman where she wants you to do her biddings, please reconsider, because it is a huge sign you are forcing the relationship. Another sign you're forcing the relationship is there is no respect. Now, my kings, generally, naturally, for men, love simply means respect. It is natural. So if you are not getting the basic thing that you're supposed to get from the relationship, which is respect, that is your sign you are forcing it. If that woman doesn't have any respect for you, trust me, she might even be in another relationship where she actually respects the man in that relationship. And that is why you should reconsider when you notice there is no respect, or there used to be respect and then along the line the respect just vanished. You can't just place your hands where the respect went. That is your sign that something is wrong. And at that point, you are the one holding the relationship. You are the one who don't want to let go because you feel like things can still work out. So, my kings, when you find that you've lost respect in your relationship, that is your sign to reconsider, because it is a clear sign you're forcing the relationship. Or you notice from the early stage of the relationship that that woman has no respect for you. Please don't even start that relationship. When you're in the talking stage and you see that she doesn't respect you, she doesn't value your words, she doesn't care what you have to say, she decides what to do and does it her way, like there is simply no respect at the beginning stages, that is your sign to even flee while holding your things in your hands. Run. Because if at that early stage she's not offering respect, if you don't get it then, you are not going to get it in the relationship, you are not going to get it on the long run. Don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, okay, no, let's just be going. I'm sure she will change in the relationship. I will change her. Let me do this, let me do that. Please, my kings, don't make that mistake. Once there is no respect, call it off. Now, the last sign you're forcing that relationship on my list today is you walk on eggshells. Now, my kings, if you are scared in your own relationship where you don't even know what you would do next that will offend your partner, you like everything you do literally offends your woman. And because of that, you're scared. You don't know what to do. You are, literally walking on eggshells. You are so cautious because you do not want to offend her. That is your sign you're forcing that relationship. Because before a woman will get to that stage where it looks like you have to please her to be with her, there are high chances she's already moved on in that relationship. She's already with someone else. And then everything you do annoys her. In fact, that is one thing women do when they want to push you away. When a woman wants to break up with you and she doesn't want to, go straight to the point and say, I'm breaking up with you, especially when she doesn't have tangible reasons, or maybe her reason is she's found someone else. So because of that, she doesn't want to say that to you. That's one of the things women do. They will start to, get annoyed, get angry at every little thing you do. Anything you do annoys her. Anything you do is a problem. You do this today, it's a problem. You do it the other way, the other time, it is also a problem. Like there is nothing you do that sits well with her. So when it gets to that point in your relationship where you need to work on eggshells, where you need to be cautious around your woman, please reconsider, because that is a huge sign you're forcing that relationship. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 6 signs you're forcing the relationship. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do well to subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop a comment down below, share this video with your family and friends, and see you in the next one.